I haven't sent you yesterday's video. I have some problem with processing. I don't know what's wrong. It keeps uploading, but still there is a problem with processing. I will try to figure it out and solve the problem. This is the new quiz. Of course, I need to give credits to Khan Academy and College Board for the wonderful material, the rich material. Okay, Abrahman. It seems that all of you agreed upon choosing choice A. Okay. Would you please explain? That's a textual evidence question.
Yes, it says that it wants to weaken the student's conclusion, and the student's conclusion was that emotionality of a movie is unrelated to the movie's success.
I think it's I
Last
believe
sentence.
last sentence. After reviewing this research, a student argues that emotionality of a movie review is unrelated to the success. So if I want to weaken the conclusion, so I need something opposite. He said that the conclusion itself, that emotionality is not consistent with the success. So if you want to weaken it, it's supposed to say what?
That it is related.
It is related and consistent with the success of the movie in the box office, at the box office, which is choice.
Choice A.
Okay, read it and explain.
The average emotionality score of a movie's reviews was a positive predictor of the movie's box office earning.
Yes, a positive predictor, which means in
Have relation.
yes, they are related, which is opposite to the conclusion. Okay. Thank you, Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman, what about the other choices? Did you find any difficulty eliminating them?
No.
Okay. Specifically because of a word which is the correlation here is stated, the correlation between the success and the emotionality. Emotionality is not stated here. C, it's not D. Okay, what about D?
It is the opposite. It
Movies,
supports.
it supports, it doesn't weaken. Movies that had the highest emotionality scores receive the lowest average rating on the movie rating website. It doesn't mention the box office, and also it can support the conclusion because it seems that emotionality is related to the ratings. Is related or unrelated here? Abrahman.
It says that it is related, but the choice supports that the student's conclusion, but we don't want support.
Oh, it is unrelated here, and I need it supports because it's emotionally high, but still it's lower it received the lowest ratings, which means they are not related to each other, which is the same like the conclusion. But in the stem of the question, he asked me to weaken this, something opposite to the conclusion. Thank you. Haneen. Next question, quantitative evidence question. يلا يا جماعة, your answers to the second question.
I did it B.
Okay. Maryam. Okay. Can you explain it? Can you explain the units at the very beginning? What did you get the first time you see the table?
That
That
there's a
that graph.
temperature,
It's
temperature
concerned
of
with
names of artifacts.
temperature, right? And the title, artifacts were exposed. So it's supposed that these are,
The artifacts.
yes, the artifacts. This is the first look. You don't read the don't read thoroughly. No, we just need to read the units, y-axis, x-axis, the title, to know what's going on before going through the text. You said that. Explain the choice B.
Artifacts L5 239 and
Which
K3
one? 5239. Lower the first one on the left.
yes, and the one before the last.
And the one before the last.
Were exposed to the temperature of approximately 550 and 650 respectively.
Okay, this is 500. Yes, it's almost 500, and the other one is it 650, right?
Yes.
Yes, 650. Okay, what about the others? Yani, what about choice A?
It is false because it says that all artifacts exposed to the temperature above 100. No.
Do we have something below 100?
No. But because in the question, it's asking which best describes the data and graph that supports.
So in this case, some questions, because some students believe that in quantitative or the data-driven questions, 3 are incorrect and 1 correct. No, sometimes you have more than 1 correct according to the graph or the table, but which one matches the text well? Okay, give me an explanation, because it seems that A is right in the graph because all of them were exposed to temperature above 100.
In the text, it said at the end of the paragraph, it said that they wanted the temperature to be above 400.
At the very beginning, but use the new
Uh,
method.
Yeah, to determine whether these
Determine.
artifacts have been exposed to the temperature of 400 Celsius.
Yes, very good. Above 400. So high temperature. So the passage is meant above 400, like B, not A. Okay, so what about D? I think it's wrong, right?
There is the K3 over the K39 isn't above 400.
هو K5 106 also, يعني the K5 106 were
Yeah,
exposed
400.
above 100.
No.
So this choice is completely wrong. Thank you. Maryam?
Yes, miss. I did it C.
We have a C here, and the others, please. عبد الرحمن فين؟
Yes, miss.
Your answer, حبيبي. Okay, Maryam.
Yes, miss.
Okay. What does the text indicate about the discovery of the sandal? That's a main central idea. We're trying to get the main idea of that of the text. You did see. Read it, please, and explain it. Temperature.
Temperatures contributed to both protecting and revealing the sand.
Okay, so temperature
Um,
is consistent with or related with two things: the protection and the revealing itself.
وهنا برضو كانت sentence كانت موجودة في التكست لما قال according to archaeologists has been and
اللي هو
he's
the
seen
last
the
sentence.
sandal like those when
Who worn by Imperial Romans would have
have wouldn't have offered any protection from cold in the mountains, so some kind of
so it's
insultant like fabric or animal skin would have needed to be worn on the feet of the sand.
ماشي هنا it's related to ايه؟
للتمبريتشر بس أنا يعني تقريبا هي دي sentence اللي هي بتاعت the sandal would normally have degrade quickly دي اللي أقصدها
هو
بس
it is
أول
here it's for protection, right?
أيوة
Okay, so it's relevant to the protection because of the cold and also the temperature.
هو A و B أصلا يعني A not mentioned و B مش هي المين idea صح؟
طب معلش هو فين ال temperature هنا according to the cold. Okay. طب where is the revealing of the sandal? Where is the revealing of the sandal?
لما قال to be worn on the feet with the sand
لا revealing هنا بيقول لي it's at the very beginning. The ice melted. The ice melted. That's also temperature. Okay, on a Norway mountain during summer. Revealing. The sandal itself. It was discovered when the ice melted.
yes
Okay. You see B. We have a clue that it would be degraded. Do we have a clue that it would be degraded? It's
No.
clueless. Okay. Okay, the public here,
دي
general
not much
public. Yes,
not much
thank you. Abdurrahman,
Yes.
you will help. My friends, your answers, please. That's an inference question. I need your answers, Mike, quickly. Abdurrahman, you answered it with,
Choose A.
you have A. I need your answers, not the model answer. Your answer is during the exam, the quiz. Okay, Abdurrahman, that's an inference questions, which means that the answer would be a little bit hidden or implied. But you did it A or C?
I choose A.
You choose A. Okay. Can you explain the difference between A and C? Read them first at the very beginning and then
Okay. Will likely A will likely
your
continue to
HST.
be
Okay, read the last sentence. Young and
Young and colleagues' recommendation therefore implies that the HST.
okay, so it seems that this is the main topic of the text. Okay, HST would
will likely continue to be used primarily to observe objects outside the solar system.
okay, or
Can be modified to observe features of solar systems objects that are of interest to Young and colleagues.
okay. I want you to read and tell me why you chose A.
Hubble Space Telescope is projected to maintain operation until at least 2030, but it has already revolutionized high-resolution imaging of solar system bodies in visible and ultraviolet light wavelengths, notwithstanding that only about 6% of the bodies imaged by the HST are within the solar system.
Just a second.
NASA.
How can you interpret this sentence?
Which one?
Starting from this, only 6% of the bodies imaged by this telescope are within the solar system.
It means like the Hubble the HST does not focus on the solar system and does not take images of the solar system as much.
But when I say only 6%, when I say only 6% within the solar system, يبقى means
94 out.
94% outside the solar system. When I say only 6%, that's a negative tone. And only 6% within the solar system. So all the rest, so it's mainly, يبقى mainly or primarily اللي هي the 94% outside the solar system, because it's only 6% within the solar system. Does anyone have a problem? Okay, what about C?
C says that it can be modified to observe features of solar system, but it was not. They did not want it to. They did not want the HST to observe features of solar system. They said they will make a new telescope which will for only dedicated to the solar system.
Thank you so much. So it's A. Does anyone have a problem with the explanation? Do you want me to repeat it or to re-explain it?
Mr. May repeat why C is wrong again?
Why what?
C is wrong.
C?
Yes.
Okay. Abrahman, can you say it again, please?
I said that
He said that the HST can be modified.
yes,
Okay.
but the Young and colleagues did not want to modify it. They said that they will make a new telescope in the other
Where?
systems.
Which one?
Young and colleagues asserted that a new space telescope
new
dedicated exclusively.
Telescope dedicated to solar system. يبقى here, that's why I eliminated D. They will create a new telescope. يبقى it's not HST. They will not modify it. If they had thought of modifying the HST, they would have said that. But they said new telescope. So you can say that they will modify. It cannot be implied. Harin, is it clear?
Yes.
And the sentence itself asking me about the HST. So they will create a new telescope for the features of solar subjects, which means that the HST will continue to be mainly used to observe things or objects outside the solar system, اللي هو almost 94%, because that telescope only observes objects or 6%, only 6% within the solar system. So the primary focus of this telescope will continue to be observing things outside. They will not modify it. They will create a new space. So they will not modify HST. They will create a new one. Anyone got the point?
Yes.
I think it's your turn. Vocab.
I did it 8.
Okay, and the others, Mariam. Okay. Negating, entrenching, substantiating, or why? مين رحت فين؟
معلش مستر.
Okay. You know what does mean negating?
Means invalid.
Make invalid صح تقريبا. Make invalid. Or yes, it's make invalid. And entrench.
To establish.
Establish. ماشي. Okay. Establish, maybe to fix. Okay.
Okay.
The rest.
The other one, subsisting, means to prove, like to support something.
Supporting something. And the last one. Prefigure.
I guess to suggest.
So like suggesting, yes. Okay. Why did you choose make invalid? Maybe some words we don't know, but why you chose negate? I mean, read and explain.
So in the sentence, these variations suggest that the work may be that of a student under Vermeer's the name, potentially.
So there is a student, right?
Yes, they want to make the student to be to understand the thing.
Again, close analysis with مش عارف ايه long attributed to the 17th. It was supposed to be attributed to Vermeer, right?
Yes.
But there were some variations from Vermeer's technique, which means it can be a student. If the student may participate, may have been participating, versus our understanding of Vermeer as a solitary artist. If the student had participated, so make an inference. So would you support that Vermeer was a solitary artist? Alone? Did he work alone?
No, he worked with the student.
Yeah, so it means that yes, maybe he worked with a student. So our understanding will be that he worked alone will be a invalid. Yes. It seems that he had not worked alone. So the solitary artist concept must be negated, or should be negated, should be invalid. Does anyone have a problem with it?
مستر عادي حضرتك جاي تاني.
تاني هو a student يا مريم, it was supposed for us ان احنا in he is a solitary artist. He did everything alone. But then some found out
Yes.
that it's a student, maybe a student helped him during that time. If a student helped him during that time, so this idea of working alone is what?
As a solitary artist.
Valid or invalid? Yes, valid or invalid?
Invalid.
Invalid. Because a student contributed. A student helped him or did something with him. So the idea of a solitary artist is not correct. So we have to negate it. We have to prove that it's invalid. Demonstrate it's invalid. This is the meaning of negate an idea. To be against the idea of Vermeer as a solitary artist. Here?
Okay, thank you, Mr.
Welcome.
Yes.
Yalla Maryam, help me with the next question. Part to hold the function of the underlined
Yes.
sentence.
It's C.
And the rest, we have B and we have C. Okay. B, you said C, right? Or B?
I said C.
Okay. Look at the difference between B and C. B, it provides what?
As soon as
Synopsis.
synopsis of an interaction in an Austen novel that illustrates a literary concept discussed in the following sentence.
Okay, and there was a concept in the following sentence. يبقى interaction in the novel, and that interaction explains a concept discussed in the following sentence. Okay, C. It
It
describes
is a recurring theme in Austen's novels that is focus of a literary scholar's analysis summarized in
Okay.
the following sentence.
So I need to concentrate to find out the difference between interaction and theme. Go to this sentence. Read. In the novel,
In Jane Austen's novel, Mansfield Park, an almost smile
imperceptible
from potential suitor Henry Crawford causes the
to
protagonist
blush.
Fanny Price to blush. Her embarrassment grows when she suspects that he is aware of it.
Okay, so I have a smile from someone. The other one, blushed, right? We have a smile and someone else blushed. Is this a theme or an
Yes,
interaction between two people?
it's an interaction.
It's an interaction. Theme, it's like love, loyalty, friendship. It's not mentioned in the first sentence. The first sentence just depicted a scene of an interaction between two characters. One smiled and the other blushed. Is it clear?
Yes, thank you, Mr.
You're welcome. Abdurrahman,
Yes.
let's move. Your answers, please. Cross texts. Abdurrahman, your answer to this question, please. And the
I
rest.
choose.
Huh?
I choose C.
Okay, we have C. The rest. We have A and we have C and we have D. Okay. Based on the texts, how would the researchers in text 2 would respond to the underlined portion in text 1? Okay, read text 1 at the very beginning and then we will figure out the differences.
Fossils of the hominin have been found in the Sterkfontein caves of South Africa. But assigning an age to the fossils is challenging because of the unreliability of the dating methods in this context.
Okay, so dating or assigning an age is difficult because of the dating methods. But the tone here is negative towards dating methods. Dating methods are not reliable. That's why we cannot age or assign ages to the fossils. Okay, so this is the idea of the underlying sentence. Go to the text 2.
Archaeologists used new cosmogenic
we pay attention to the adjectives. They used a
new.
This is text 1. text 2 بتقول فيه new a
method.
no dating methods. صح؟ انت اخترت ايه معلش يا عبد الرحمن؟
I choose C.
Okay. 2 continue.
To re-evaluate the ages of Africanus fossils found in Sterkfontein caves. This technique involves analyzing cosmogenic nucleotides in the breccia, the matrix fragments immediately surrounding the fossils. The researchers assert that this approach avoids the potential for misdating associated with assigning ages based on the strict fountains, soil layer, or animal bones.
Okay. Why did you choose? You choose A, right?
I should see.
Okay. Why?
Because it says that they will argue that the techniques are better than the posted by the previous methods, because the text one says that the methods, the aging is challenging because of the methods, but text two said they have a new method which will overcome this challenge.
Overcome the problem. Okay, what about which is here C? Their techniques are
Better.
are better than the other methods. Okay, and even he explained that in text two. In the second sentence, this approach avoids blah 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 blah, which means it's better and it solves problems with assigning age to a fossil. But what about A?
They would contend that of analyses of surrounding layers and bones in the steric fountain caves will combine the thing with the fossil with
What's wrong here? What's clueless here?
The combination of surrounding layers.
Yes. There is no clue for this. And what's missing? What's also missing in A?
The new method.
بالظبط. The new method is missed here. Where is the new method? And it takes two is based on this new technique. And it's not mentioned in A. D. Would they say that this dating is reliable? This dating technique is reliable?
No.
It's opposite, right? Because they created a new one. They created a new technique. Does anyone have a problem? So C is the right one. Aneen, do you have a problem with it?
No.
Okay. Mariam, is it okay? Do you need more explanation?
Yes, Mr. Thank you.
Aneen,
Yes.
yalla, let's move to transitions, the writing part.
I didn't see.
Okay, we have C here. And we have B. Okay. Read, please.
The letter was addressed to a local merchant, Henry Cullen, though the Plover goal was to persuade political leaders from England and Europe to support his cause.
Okay, so the letter was addressed. And here we have the goal. Goal equals what? Ultimately or accordingly?
I don't really know how to use ultimately. Like, I don't know the meaning of it.
It's like when you have the ultimate, the optimum.
Okay,
So
are gonna be ultimately.
very good. Accordingly, you know, it's related to finally, or to express the goal. What about accordingly?
Accordingly, like according to this action, something happened.
It's like consequently. Yes. Okay. This is not a cause and effect relationship. The letter was addressed, and their goal, their ultimate goal or aim was to blah blah blah.
But though doesn't make it as contrast or something.
What is contrast?
Though
Where is though? Ah,
the sentence doesn't like change the meaning of it.
no, it's relevant. No, it doesn't change the meaning. The goal was to persuade it. It is, yani, you know, it was addressed to a local merchant. Local.
Okay.
Though the goal was different, to persuade political readers. So, local versus politicians.
Okay.
It was addressed to the local. Okay?
Okay.
But the ultimate goal, though, was to persuade the political leaders. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay. وخلي بالك، انت شايفه accordingly و consequently، ما هما both of them shows a cause and effect, show a cause and effect relationship.
But isn't consequently it's more like in a sequence?
لا التانية دي subsequently. Consequently cause and effect. Subsequently, this is the order. With steps and numbers. لكن consequently cause and effect. Like accordingly, like consequently, like therefore, like so. Got the point?
Yes.
So I could have eliminated both of them. محدش ينسى يا جماعة difference between consequently and subsequently. Consequently cause and effect. Subsequently order. مريم طبعا انتوا محتاجين كل الكويزز اللي احنا خدناها تبقى معاكم printed وتشوفوا الميستيكس وتراجعوا عليها. الهوم ورك is not enough والكويز is not enough during the session. لازم ارجع تاني للحاجات دي وارجع للفوكاب تاني اللي انا اللي ما كنتش حافظه كويس. مريم rhetorical synthesis.
Yes, Mister. Um, I did it. A.
A and D. Okay. We have also B. Okay, let's analyze the stem first. In one,
سوري مستر. اتس سي. أنا اتلخبطت. قلت إجابة سؤال تاني.
هو انت قلت لي ايه؟ A ولا B ولا D؟
أنا قلت إيه.
Okay,
بس
so
أنا
we
عايزة
have
أغيرها للسي.
okay. The student wants to emphasize the difference or a difference between two
two books.
Yes, so we have a difference and we should have a
Hmm.
two books.
A comparison.
Yes. طيب انت قلتي C. ها.
The interesting narrative of the life of the
and the مش عارف ايه
builder
are two works of literature ها that
that are
contributed.
contributed to
Okay,
your
what's wrong here يا مريم?
explanation. مفيش كل
Is this a
اه
difference or a similarity?
similar.
ما هما الاتنين both contributed to أي كلام مش مهم. This is a what? A similarity between the
Similar.
books.
Yes.
And I need a difference. Okay. طيب يبقى we can eliminate C. We still have
Although RT
we have D and we have
and we have B.
ها هي ايه المشكلة في هو عبد الرحمن انت عملتها ايه؟ وحنين
قصدي
طبي.
اوكي. طب هو مش هنا بيقول لي مريم هنا بيقول لي تو بوكس صح؟
اه
طب هو ده بوك؟
لا
ده act صح؟
اه
act means it's like a law or legislation. I need two books. What are the two books أصلا؟ Interesting narrative of life, right?
بس وانا كنت اصلا عاملاها سي بس هي اصلا غلط.
البوك ده بتاع اوتو بايوجرافي وسينكلير's book while يعني that's the difference.
انا عرفت دي
One of them
عشان هو
autobiography and
his
the other one is ايه؟
autobiography
and the other
fiction.
one is fiction. حاليا انت ما خدتيش بالك هو هنا في difference بس انت ما خدتيش بالك ان هنا he compared between the acts not the books.
Yes.
Okay. Mariam, is it clear now?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. عبد الرحمن.
مستر هو انا كان عندي سؤال.
ها
هو في أسئلة اللي هي النوتس دي الستودنت نوتس وكده هل لازم أقرأ كل الباسج ولا إحنا بس نجاوب يعني من السؤال نفهمه نجاوب عشان يعني عشان الوقت وكده.
انا بحله انا عن نفسي يعني سؤال زي ده مثلا سؤال زي ده لما اجي
اللي
انا
هو
لو انا
من
باجي احله
الستودنتس نوت.
انا بشوف هنا difference between two books. انا سؤال زي ده مش هرجع للتكست لو انا 100%
تمام.
sure لان انا هنا بيقول لي ده act ايه يا عم ده بيقول لي books دي غلط. هنا بيقول لي both contributed that's a similarity. هنا بقى بيقول لي Queen's book is كذا وكذا انا مش هرجع ليها تاني. اوكي
تمام
انا رايي ان هي 90% ما برجعش للتكست للنوتس نفسها.
اه
لكن انا ماشي الدنيا ماشيه تمام
يعني
والدنيا الوقت عندي مظبوط لا اقرا.
طب مستر والوقت أنا ممكن آخد دقيقتين يعني أسئلة بخلصها بسرعة ولا أسئلة باخد فيها وقت يعني أنا مثلا ما ينفعش في سؤال مثلا آخد فيه دقيقتين وسؤال آخد مثلا دقيقة كده ولا لازم كله 45 seconds
انت
وكده.
ممكن تحلي خلي بالك ماشي 45 seconds. طيب ما انت ممكن سؤال زي ده مثلا ده تحليه في 20 seconds او 15 seconds فهتسيف time for other choices.
أيوة أيوة تمام.
عبد الرحمن صح؟ عبد الرحمن
Yes, miss.
يلا.
I choose B.
Okay. Why? Start from the second sentence.
These spherical bits of glass, when asteroids collide with the planets, with the planet, form when the
هو
asteroid.
فين السبجكت؟ فين السبجكت؟
These spherical bits.
بالظبط. دي prepositional phrase و prepositional phrase و clauses وكل ده between two commas after كذا 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 كذا، كل ده separated the subject from the verb. يبقى الباقي كله ايه يا عبد الرحمن؟ raining و having rained.
Not verb.
not verbs فعملوا
عملها
لي ايه؟
fragment.
not verbs فعملوا لي fragments. It's not a verb, it's not a verb, it's not a verb. خلي بالكم في ناس كتير ممكن ما تقراش السؤال ده، يروحوا على rain. طب هل ده صح؟ ولا احنا في اسئله زي دي اضطرينا نختارها to rain؟ فاكرين كان في سؤال اسمه the ability او مش عارف ايه to rain، يعني some questions I don't need the verb, I need a phrase, an infinitive or whatever. فما اقدرش اقول لك اختار الفيرب بس من غير ما تقرا. You have to read. If it misses a verb, so you choose the verb. If there is a verb, يبقى ممكن تختار infinitive. هي قليلة لكن هي المعظم بنختار الفيرب. حنين.
Yes.
11.
GVP.
Okay. Okay. And the rest B برضو صح. It seems that ايه type of question هنا؟
Modifier.
It's a modifier لأن phrase صح. A nearly frictionless slippery state. طب انا ممكن ابدا من هنا، بس انا اصلا انا مش عارف هو مين اللي frictionless، اللي هو an its name frictionless and its name. I have to read from the very beginning. طلع بقى الكلام ده اللي هو مين؟
Super leptarically.
بالظبط.
أنا
reducing the coefficient of friction between two surfaces to the lowest possible level وحط لي dash اللي هو super lubricity. هي دي اللي frickless. فانت اخترت ايه؟
بي.
بالظبط. طيب لو انا مش فاهم، لو انا مش فاهم وهعمل elimination، ما هو ده modifier. مين its when؟
subject اللي هو ال super electricity.
تمام، بس انا لو انا its name وفريكشنالس، ها ينفع تبقى
وين
when؟
لا.
موديفاير غلط. طيب لو هو two surfaces، ما ممكن يقول مثلا ممكن السيرفيس هو اللي فريكشنالس، اقول له ماشي، بس هو
لازم
its
تكون plural.
singular، دي plural. ف it can be حتى if the piece of information or the piece of information is hard، ممكن اعمل elimination. Thank you. مريم.
Yes.
Your answer.
It's A عشان هي الوحيدة المختلفة وعشان السبجكت.
هي اللي مختلفة focuses. السبجكت مين بقى؟
وأنا بصراحة اخترتها على أساس هي مختلفة. عشان
ماشي،
الوقت.
بس برضو نفهم. although each one of these
بس
plays. تعال نعمل elimination كده معلش. مش هو هبدأ من
each
although، ايوه
one.
each one، ما هو ده السبجكت اهو.
أيوة.
لان of these plays that's a prepositional phrase، وعندي هنا clause between two commas، فبرضو that's an interrupter. trim them، يبقى هو one. each is always singular.
تمام.
okay. عبد الرحمن.
Yes.
this question في الباسيف انا ممكن احله من غير ما اطلع. اعمل لي elimination.
Okay.
start from D. S apostrophe.
بعدين preposition
هل
ما ينفع.
بعديها noun؟ is it followed by a noun؟
No.
يبقى ده wrong. ها it's the same. وعندي برضو في C
See, it is the end of the sentence. No, it can.
apostrophe S، وبرضو هنا ما انا برضو apostrophe S of غلط. وفي الاند S apostrophe plus full stop. they must be followed by ايه؟
A noun.
a noun. نفس القصة هنا. طب هنا حلها لي صح، لكن this part S apostrophe full stop wrong. يبقى the right answer is
إيه.
ماشي. حنين.
Yes.
يلا 14.
I did it in.
okay explain.
Because
that's
you cannot separate the name with the
title.
the work, yeah, the title.
title and name, no comma, no punctuation at all. title, which is the geologist, and the name اللي هو Mary. Don't separate them. Thank you. مريم.
Yes, Master. It's
your
D.
answer. ها
D. D.
دي واي. it's
عشان
easy.
خاطر عشان الverb آم، يعني قبليه اللي هو
قبل
ال-
اوكي داش داش يعني.
اه أيوة.
اوكي thank you. عبد الرحمن.
Yes.
last question.
I choose C.
okay ده separation.
Yes.
ماشي explain. هنبدأ من هنا صح؟
Resurrection plans do not only return, do not truly return from the dead.
ده ايه بقى؟
However, the independent clause.
independent subject and verb. وهنا they are
Subject verb independent.
independent. اوكي ايه المشكلة في A؟
Fuse.
run on. وهنا B
Run on for comma splice.
comma splice. فالحل الوحيد ينفع بط ولا comma بط؟
Comma برضه.
اوكي فهنا separation. تمام يلا ناخد امتحان تاني. جاهزين؟